And then mes is easy. That one stays as mes. Pros becomes tel, die, mes, met, miles. So how do you remember this? I would write this out. Hint, I will have this on your exam. I do love to ask this back and forth, so you will have guaranteed questions some point from this area. So I have prosencephalon, which is, let's just memorize. So these are primary. So let's write this down as your primary vesicles, right? This is your secondary, and then we're going to end with adult structures. And then on top of adult structures, I want you guys to know at what level or what ventricle these adult structures are associated with. But we don't hit that until we actually cover the part that does the ventricles themselves. So here we go. Fore, mid, hindbrain, prosencephalon, tel, die, mes, met, miles. One more time. Tel, die, mes, met, miles. Oh, let's use this. Here we go. Tel, die, mes, met, miles. Tel, die, mes, met, miles. So prosencephalon becomes tel and die. Mesencephalon stays as mes. Ramencephalon becomes met, miles. So this one is probably the easiest. You won't even have to memorize this. But forebrain, prosencephalon, yeah, I would make sure that you know the link between these and the link between these. So telencephalon becomes the 5 major parts of the brain, right? And what is that? In general, it's called the cerebrum, different from the cerebellum. But mes stays as the midbrain. And then die becomes 2 parts, becomes the thalamus, and hypothalamus. And I'm saying this wrong on purpose because it's easier to remember the thalamus and the hypothalamus than it is to go, oh, okay, this is the thalamus and this is the hypothalamus. But remember the functions. You guys can go back and review the video that went over it. Midbrain. And then again, this one is, obviously you're going to have the pons, and you're going to have the medulla. So the only other thing that I'm filling in the gap with is the cerebellum. These two are at the same level. So embryologic origin is the same. So one is just on the front with the brainstem, and then the cerebellum is just the big meaty hamburger looking structure on the backside underneath the big brain. So we got all of that. Like I said, I'm going to ask back and forth on this. So make sure either you do a still shot, you print this out, I don't care what you do with it, or you redraw it yourself. Understand you need to be able to go back and forth. The final exam will be easier than the second exam in that it's all the same topic. It will be harder because this is just one tiny little thing that you have to memorize, but it's actually a little bit more fluid in terms of being able to remember and recall information. A lot of the patterns that you're going to see on the final exam, try to give as much hints as possible, is SAD-MEV. And there's my cue to pause for a bit.